I'm sharing with you how I use OBS in my ESL online classroom. If any of you taught ESL, then you might know that you really can't share your screen, but sometimes you want to. But using OBS or ManyCam or SparkleCam or CamTwist is kind of a way to share your screen. So basically you set up your images and such in OBS or ManyCam or whatever, and then you share your virtual cam through your classroom. And just a quick example of where we do that. When you click the little cog, it's going to be different in whatever ESL company you're with, but when you click the little cog there and you tell it to select your camera, you don't want to select your webcam. You select your virtual cam from OBS or ManyCam or what have you. Now, I'm using OBS in a little bit of an unorthodox way. Because I like to put all of my graphics in Google Slides, and I didn't like clicking different scenes in OBS and then clicking different graphics in Google Slides. So this is what I have put together most recently. I only have one scene in OBS and only two sources, and that's it. So once I get OBS set up the way I want it, I just minimize it and I don't come back to it. I just have a window capture, and the window capture goes to my Google Slides. And of course the video capture is my webcam. But I'm going to show you what my Google Slides look like. Notice that I green screened the slides. And so now all I have to do is change slides, and I don't have to worry about OBS at all. So I have like an open welcome slide. I have my name, and then I'll have the student's name next, and then I might go to just a blank slide. And then when I'm ready for a reward, I will click on the reward slide. Now you might notice that my slides are green, and once again what I'm doing is kind of unorthodox. I'm green screening the slides instead of myself. I was tired of dealing with the green screen working certain ways depending on my lighting and such. So now I just have a picture in front of myself, and I green screen the slides instead, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Notice that there's my reward slide. It just pops up. You're not seeing the rest of the green screen there. And I'm going to show you how I did that in a minute. And my beginning slide covers my face on purpose. It's the welcome slide. And then there's a slide with my name. And then let's say we're talking about a time of day. There's a slide for that. There's a slide for rocks, just depending. And then there's water, because we're talking about solids and liquids and so on. So now I'm going to go ahead and delete my scenes, and I'm going to show you how I set this up. Well, I'm going to leave my video capture device there. I'm just going to remove the window capture device. So I'm still at scene 1, sources. I'll click plus and window capture, create new, okay. And I will choose my slides. And what a lot of people do, and what I was doing before, was hitting present to show my slides. But I like leaving my slides in edit view so I could see which slide is coming next, and I could easily jump around. So the way around that would be to crop out just the part you want the student to see. So I'm going to click on window capture, and on my Windows PC keyboard, I'm going to hold Alt. I believe if you're on a Mac, it's going to be Option. I'm going to hit Alt, and then I'm going to left click and drag until only the slide is showing. But I can still look away from OBS and see my edit view and see which slide is coming next. And I can stretch this out to cover the whole window, of course. And notice that I'm covering up my video. And I'm going to show you how I get around that. It's going to be on top of my video so we can see all the graphics and such. So I'm going to green screen my slide, or chroma key. So under window capture, I'll right click, filters, effect filters, plus chroma key. Okay, and notice it automatically cut out that green that I chose. And of course I could play around with these sliders if it doesn't look like the way I want it. And notice all of my stuff here is still there for me to view. I'm going to click close. And now I could go over here. It's off screen. You can't see it, but I could change slides. And note, now you can see my backdrop. There's my reward. There's my props. Or I can go back to my plain backdrop whenever I want. And I'll show you what I'm doing off to the side here. I'm clicking on the slide, and notice how easily I can jump around without this slide changing. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because if OBS has an issue right in the middle of class, I could just turn it off and then just jump to my regular webcam, and I still have a backdrop. I don't have to worry about green screening myself and then just having a plain green screen up there if something goes wrong. And just to show you how I did the green on the slide, I just right clicked, change background color, and I chose bright green, and done. And then of course I can just stick my graphics on top of that slide.